Trials of Mana comes out just 2 weeks after Final Fantasy VII Remake. Square definitely has their remakes covered this year. Trials of Mana is a remake of Seiken Densetsu 3. I'm sure I'm butchering the name, but that's okay. Secret of Mana, the sequel to Secret of Mana, back on the Super Nintendo. We never got this version until recently on the Collection of Mana, which we got the original version, English translated. And I haven't really spent much time with that game. Having known that this remake was coming out, I was like, man, I'm going to save myself. So they just dropped this demo for the game on the Switch, the PS4, and it's a couple hours long. Your progress carries over if you buy the full version. You can get your characters up to level 7, so that's nice. I always dig when a demo gives you that option, like, hey, you can carry over your progress. That way you're not just getting a taste, you're actually starting the game. So I just want to give my impressions real quick. Just a pretty short video. Not having played the original version of this much, even though I've had access to fan translations and whatnot, and then the official translation recently, I never really put much time into this game. Always something I wanted to play, but not having access to it until later on in life just became quite a bit more difficult. This game, this remake, is definitely has that 90s feel to it. Sure, it is colorful. It's got that new coat of paint, the 3D graphics. Their mouths actually move when they talk in this one, unlike the Secret of Mana remake, which I was a little hesitant at first because some people enjoyed that game, some people didn't. Overall, it was just the same game, just spruced up, similar to how this is. But that one did have some, downsides to it anyway. But from what I'm seeing with this, if you're really into those old school 90s Japanese role-playing games, this is going to be a winner. If you're easily like, how do I put it? You get lost real quick, like you get annoyed with a lot of dialogue and story, then this is definitely not going to be a role-playing game for you. Even this demo, there's a lot of dialogue, a lot of cutscenes, a lot of things going on. Not difficult to follow by any means. Not, you don't really get lost in the game. Everything is pretty easy to follow, but it's like cutscene after cutscene after cutscene, or just dialogue, little bits of dialogue here and there. Not everything is voice acted, just most of the cutscenes are, or all the cutscenes other than little quick minor ones. So you do get that. The voice acting, not horrible, not great. I'm usually not one of those people who nitpick about voice acting. As long as it works and it doesn't sound like, a bunch of middle schoolers that don't know what they're doing recording the audio, I'm usually fine with it. Is everything perfect with the voice acting here? Does everything fit? Not exactly. You'll find some characters and, whatnot where the voice acting just kind of sounds a little off or doesn't sound as quite polished as some of the other characters. Or you'll find characters like Charlotte, who's kind of annoying. But hey, it is what it is. Overall, it's not too bad. I'm enjoying it from what I've played so far. Like I said, it's only a 2-hour demo. With the Switch version, which is the one that I played, performance-wise, everything seems okay. I did have a few little instances where there was kind of like it clipped or it cut or it kind of slowed down like for a split second in between like transitions or going into a sequence for a cutscene. I would have like a little moment, a spike of lag, like kind of weird. I don't know how to explain it, but it wouldn't happen all the time. Very rare, but I did notice that it dragged a little bit. You lost some frames or something, kind of slowed down. I'm not a freaking scientist when it comes to these things, but I did notice it a handful of times. But overall, not too distracting for me. I think when this comes out, I'll definitely pick it up for the Nintendo Switch, just so I can have this on the go or play it on my big screen. I don't really play the Switch too much in handheld mode. I do have a Switch Lite, which I use occasionally. So that's kind of one of the reasons I like to have that option. Like, hey, I could play it on my TV, or if I got something going on, I could play it on the Switch Lite. So that's where it's going to be at for me. I'm definitely going to get this for the Nintendo Switch. I'm sure the PS4 version will be a little more, beautiful and whatnot. Overall, from what I've seen on the Switch, it's not the greatest looking game, but it works for me. Some of the textures you have where things are just kind of cut, like if you had like some paper printed with with a pattern, and then you cut it and then you spliced it together. You see some of that with some of the buildings and whatnot. It seems a little cheap, not gonna lie. But for me, it wasn't a huge deal. This is a 90s game with 2020 polish. Not even really. Like this is something that could have been on the PS3. So not exactly 2020, like 2007 or something. But I dig it. I'm gonna jump into this game when it comes out. I really loved what I played so far with just this couple-hour demo. You could, you pick your character, your couple companions. There's a little bit of replayability here, if you so choose. The original game, from what I've heard, like I said, I've played it a little bit and never played it all the way through. It was about a 20 to 30-hour game, and you could jump in and, play other characters and experience their story a little different. When you pick your companions, you get them fairly early on in the game. So there's a little bit of variety here. Really enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think. The demo is available now. Go download it, check it out. Like I said, your progress does carry over if you so choose to carry it over. And hey, I hope they do a Secret of Evermore remake. That would be dope. Appreciate you guys. And with that said, I will catch y'all next time. Peace out. Bye-bye and boom. Bye.